Australia is set to record the biggest two-year population increase in history. An extra 650,000 people will call Australia home, not just this financial year, but next financial year as well, spurred by an uptick in international students, foreign workers and tourists as well.
Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Karl, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on side so once we have all the updates and news, be the first one getting all the insight. Now obviously you probably have already gone through that news that had went berserk over the past 24 to 48 hours. Now obviously the treasurer and the government has come out and with a figure. The figure is stunning. Well, it's actually quite good for the immigration sector and industry, but not too good for the construction. Well, it can be because they will make a lot of money, but the congestions and also the housing boom that's causing the rise of the real estate properties. Well, if you're an investor, that's probably good news too. Well, honestly, I think it's actually good news, isn't it? I don't know why there has been people out there pitching such information and news as a bad, negative impact. I mean, well, it does, well, but only temporarily and short term. But for long term, it's good. You know, if we can get more people, why not? As I said, if you've following my channel long enough, I've said this, along the starting from my channel. Well, the 6th largest continent in the world, and we only got about 25 million. I mean, that's just not enough. So more people obviously good because we are looking in a very innovative and technology advanced future of Australia and really require a lot of work and a lot of people to work on it as well. So the news, as you have probably already seen and also read about and watched around Sky News or all that kind of different news. Now they are projecting 650,000 new migrants to live in the nation by mid-2024. Now, is that good? I think it's actually very good. First of all, we need to understand over the past, the COVID period, there has been a lot of people moved out of Australia. If you had probably wanted to do a search on my channel, 1 or 2 years ago, I can't remember the date, but there were actually about 170 something thousand people left Australia. Now we really need to encounter those people as well, because I think the pandemic is over, so those people, 174,000 I think, they're coming back as well. And plus, what about all the international students? There had been people doing online courses and all that, waiting outside of Australia. Just basically Australia doesn't allow them to come in, and now all of a sudden they are coming in within this year and next year as well. So we need to count those people as well. So there are people who had thought about that 650,000 or permanent migrant, but look, it's actually not that, including the temporary workers and also the international students. So I will say the news article is a bit exaggerated, but the numbers of migrants, I think it's fair. It's fair. And now I'm not too sure how they get this 1.2 million extra people living in Australia. I don't know how that will actually add up, because that's basically double of that size there. So I think there was an honest mistake there. So it's basically talking about the floodgate opening skilled migrant international student, and well, basically it's a housing issue. So people are lining up. I think this phenomenon has been happening for the past year, well, we need to look at another fact is that there hasn't really been too many of the housing constructions going on during pandemic as well. So as the economy continue to grow, it's definitely require more housing there. It's just not enough people to catch up, and plus we need to understand the skill shortage happened early this year as well, and that causing a lot of problems. Just imagine in the housing industry, if there's skill shortage, there's going to be delay on the housing, so delay of delivering on the settlement of the properties there. So people are looking for rents, and also the northern hemisphere is not quiet over the past year. Remember, there's a war going on in Europe, and the people wanted to move to Australia as well, and the international student coming back to Australia, and what's happening with the China's phenomenon things, and people are moving out as well, coming into Australia to settle as more. People thought it's more peaceful in down under. So that's where all the phenomena coming in now. Last but not least, as of my view again from the start of this video, personally, I think it's a positive news. Now, there's nothing saying by the government that they don't like it. They actually projected it, because if we look at the actual news here, it says the Albanese government is reportedly planning the total of 650,000 new migrants to settle here by mid-2024. Keyword here is planning. So they actually planned for this. Now, if this is unplanned, I think that will be an issue there. Obviously, you probably have watched the other news that the assessment by the previous Secretary of the Department of Home Affairs, Abu, actually said that they was planned to be 200 something, and then exceeded to about 350,000 this year. I think it's expected, because you got to count all these international students coming in as well, plus the travelers. Now, Australia is a multicultural nation. Think about those families. People's family overseas, they wanted to see each other. They haven't seen each other for the past 2 or 3 years during pandemic, and these people wanted to flood in and visit their family, and that's just the nature. I don't think there's any issue there, apart from, I think the housing market really need to catch up with it, but that's a short-term issue. So overall, I think it's a good news, positive, and there is no sign of the government saying that, oh, we got too many migrants, we gotta change our policy again, we gotta cut down the migrant number. There is no such sign or such indication on that one. So again, the golden age of migration for Australia has come. I think the government of Australia is looking to increase more permanent migrant intake for the year to come, and that will go as the economy continue to grow. Remember, there's a lot of sign there. There has been space center setting up in South Australia. There has been an AUKUS deal with all the submarine and things. Now, who are gonna work on those things? There's gonna be a lot of high-tech, innovative people, and that doesn't just grow in Australia alone. It requires those talent to come from around the world. So definitely there will be a place to grow. Anyways, if you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I see you next video. Goodbye.